But
So yeah, we're looking at a 1930 Ford Model A here. It's a town sedan deluxe.
so welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. Hey guys, we are at Cars and Coffee in Fort Myers, and we're gonna take a look at a 1930 Ford. So I'm here with the owner. Your name is?
David.
Hey David, I'm Sean. How you doing?
Sean, good to meet you.
So kind of tell me a little bit about the car.
So this is a 1930 Ford town sedan deluxe. I got it about 4 years ago from a farmer in Lansing, Michigan. And then I ended up moving down to Florida, and then I brought it with me. It's pretty much stock except for I've upgraded to cast iron drums, which is pretty much a necessity in these days. Also put on a alternator, 6-volt alternator, because I drive it pretty regularly, and I put a high compression head on it, which takes a stock horsepower from 40 to about 52.5.
Wow, so you're cruising now.
Cruising now at about 47 miles an hour, so don't get stuck behind me. And I added an oil filter to it. So.
And it has the 1930s Ford air conditioning. I see.
Does, yep.
It has the air conditioning came with it.
So a funny story about this. Normally I used to always keep it open. Then I was on a tour one day and I had it fully out, running through the hills, not hills of Florida, but out through Florida. I had a wasp get sucked through here, right up my trouser leg. And it stung me about 3 times. You never see how fast I stopped this car and got that. But so anyway, I closed it now, but now in the summer here down in Florida, I'm taking the chance again to keep it open and hopefully not have the same issues.
So obviously the interior is not the original cloth.
No, it's not. It's an original replica of what you'd find a mohair interior in 1930.
And was this because it's not black?
Correct.
It's
no,
got
if
black
you
trim.
look, it's a maroon and black top. They had a fancy Ford color name for it, and I can't remember.
Was that the color?
I believe so.
Or if not, it is an original color of that year, so you could have got.
Yeah.
So
the paint's not original. I would say it was probably done a restoration in probably about the 90s.
Okay.
And then when I got it, I don't do body work, so you can tell it's not perfect in the body, but I love mechanical, so that's what I did to it.
Awesome, awesome. And it's obviously dependable enough.
It is, yeah. I use it for about a daily as much as I can. I do it about 3 days a week. I try and drive it. So
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And I added turn signals to it, and of course LED stoplights.
Right, which is great because it doesn't pull a lot of power.
Exactly, yeah.
So, and the thing I've seen a couple of these years, we've done some stories on like Dodges and some of the Fords. The best thing is, can I open this?
Of course.
Number one, you get the suicide doors,
of course,
which is just like awesome to start with. But secondly is the room in here.
Oh, it's great.
I mean, I'm 6'2".
Yeah.
So I appreciate really the headroom and stuff in here.
Definitely, yeah.
The fun thing is that people don't realize this probably has more room than like a modern Cadillac does.
It really does. Like,
and
honestly,
they're real comfortable.
I've had times where I've been on tours and I stopped on the side of the road. I'll just sleep in the back.
Yeah, you can do that.
Can curl up in the back and you're good to go.
So it's like the original sled.
It really is. Yeah.
So, but it's a gorgeous car, and now you're down here where you came from Lansing.
I know. So I needed a heater. I had an original heater on it, and just ended up taking that off, putting a regular manifold back on it because, man, you don't need the heat down here.
Yeah. And April, you guys know who April is on my channel. April's she's normally here.
Yeah.
But April is from East Lansing.
Oh. Okay.
So now we have a car from Lansing to Fort Myers. And so it's basically traveled the same as April for you guys who were wondering about April. So, and the roof now, is this?
So it's not the original leather, but it is a vinyl. So it's a replication of what they had back then. The leather deteriorates pretty quick.
Because all there is ribs there. There's no metal underneath.
You've got ribs and then chicken wire, and then like a felt cloth, and then you've got the top over. At least that's what's on mine. So you get some of the purists who are like, that's not right. I'm like, okay, yeah, I know. When the guy redid it in the 90s, we didn't have all these things. What's crazy now is all the reproduction parts. You can build almost a brand new Model A without any original parts.
Metal. Because before then it used to only be fiberglass.
Well, yeah, you've got a guy named Todd, I think Butter something, is recasting blocks now.
Wow.
So instead of 3 main bearings, he made them 5, and now it's super like they're It's great. You can honestly build a brand new Model A with new parts.
So how much horsepower do you think this has?
So well, I can tell you how much it tells me it has.
Or how much it tells you, yeah.
When it came from the factory, it had 40 horsepower. It was advertised it could do 75 miles an hour.
Okay.
I've never done close to that. I did 60 and then had to put a new engine in.
And like you said, you took the generator off.
Yeah, so it had an original generator on
Okay.
it, and then I decided to put a alternator on it because I want more constant power.
Right.
I painted it the engine color green so it blends in a little bit more. But yeah, I still got the original the original generator. I hated adjusting the brushes for brighter light when I drive at night.
Right.
So I put that on. It's still a 6-volt positive ground car. So that was weird having to hook the positive to the frame and the negative to all the stuff. So.
And the Iuga horn.
Yeah, of course.
You have to. And see how that works with the...
Yeah, I lost my cover.
Right, but that's cool because it's great for videos. That somebody can actually see now what happens. It's basically by hitting the two contact. Every time it contacts, it makes the noise.
Yeah.
And that's what gives you that Iuga sound. So we've never seen that before. Now you guys know how it works.
Happy to show it. So what's interesting about the Ford Model A is you could get a bunch of aftermarket accessories for it, and one of them was an actual trunk. The problem is when you're traveling, you'd either load up your running boards or put stuff on the top. But a lot of companies would make attachments like this, or a trunk, where we actually get the term nowadays for what we commonly refer to as trunks. But really, it was honestly, they bolted a trunk onto the back of their car, and that's where you get it from. I keep just a couple spare parts in here, but honestly, I keep my bicycle pump tire because that's how I keep the tires inflated, and some extra water because this thing sometimes runs hot.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, hey,
so,
great talking.
it's a great car.
To take a look and let me know if you have any questions.
So April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.